I am just a little puffed up. Life's just a little puffed up. Generation X, Generation Strange. Ooh, sun don't even shine through a window pane. Go ahead and talk. Shh.
You're doing the edited CD.
Talk about me.
We have to.
Yeah.
So go ahead and talk. Shh.
Oh, you're a fucking
generation.
I don't know why I didn't realize you were doing this for the.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a very special episode of Cinnamon.
Welcome back. Hello.
Hello. What's going to make this special, you might ask? Is that what you did? You clucked?
No.
Oh, whoops. In honor of the Odyssey coming out this week.
The Odyssey?
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing like a...
He's doing a thing. He's putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah. The Odyssey
But is
comes
it like
out.
a Badissy thing?
No, it wasn't like a bussy kind of thing. I remember having to explain a bussy to my mom.
Why?
I don't remember. I think I tweeted something and I think it was my brother. She had to, because he texted me like, God damn it, stop tweeting stuff, because then she has to ask me what does bussy mean. In honor of the Odyssey, we
Go ahead.
in honor of the Odyssey, we're ranking? We're talking about all of the.
We're talking about all of Chris Nolan's movies,
And
we're
rank
each
them.
and we'll rank them.
And we're gonna rank them. And we're probably going to go well over time, so the bonus episode this week is going to be just probably the rankings.
What if we don't go well over time?
Well, I think we will. We're going to, what?
Yeah.
Wait, so we're not going to rank them in the episode?
I don't know. We'll see.
We fucking will.
Yeah.
Dude, Jesus Christ. The other reason why we're doing this is because we were gonna do Evil Dead. Ben watched the original Evil Dead and I guess hated it so much that we
Sorry, Shane.
pivoted and we're not gonna talk about the Evil Dead, but I'll talk about it briefly.
It was just too much shrill screaming. I was just not in the mood for that.
Yeah. Maybe he should
Did you put on something else after? Or did you just...
Yeah, I started watching Chainsaw Man, actually, the anime.
Uh-huh.
I started watching because
So there's too much shrill screaming and you put into an anime. Very...
which is
Yes.
also
Yeah.
But
low
it was different because
stimulation.
it was more entertaining to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mood did change
'Cause
because
there are boobs
after
and
we
stuff?
just
Isn't Chainsaw Man? He's all about it.
he's very horny.
He's horny and he's like
He's
he
like
likes
a
the girls.
kissless
yeah,
virgin.
Yeah.
And I actually
He just
really
wants to touch boobs.
I really like this guy.
Yeah.
But friend of the show, Matt Grippy, when that movie came out last year or the year before, whenever it was, he didn't know anything about it. He went to see it, and I remember him posting about it and saying that it was excellent. And I was thinking of it, and I texted him and I said, "Hey, that Chainsaw Man movie, you really liked it." He said, "You got to start with the TV show. I recommend." And I'm almost through it. It's
You're
great.
almost through it.
Yeah, they're only 25 minutes.
yeah,
episodes.
Someone commented last week saying Ben needs to watch an anime, and I was like, I agree.
I've seen now Chainsaw Man, and I have seen I think the first 2 seasons of Attack on Titan, but then it just got way too.
I felt the same way. Yeah.
It was just like, all right, they got to know when to stop, man. Just end it. But boy, that first season, that first episode,
Awesome. Incredible.
so cool.
So cool. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh,
I don't really
you'd
watch
love it,
I
man.
don't watch anime too much.
You would like it. It's such a unique, cool, original
It's
concept,
really
and it's
cool.
so terrifying.
Yeah.
And just the contrast between the terrifying giants and just the beautiful nature that they're in is so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and they
sorry,
look,
Steve.
They look absolutely
why are you apologizing to
scary
me?
and disgusting.
Yeah, they're
I just have
terrifying.
always felt that anime is for perverts, for sickos.
So, what about like a lot of, because it's a big Japanese thing, right?
Yeah, well, there's sex freaks over there.
Sure, there are sex freaks everywhere.
Their porn is crazy. dude.
There is, there are some. Their porn is crazy.
They don't show
Tentacle porn.
dicks and they don't show. It's all blurred out. and stuff.
Isn't that because of the law?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they do like octopus shit, and like stuff and
They're
whatever.
repressed.
Sorry.
There's a lot of repression.
Yeah.
Yeah, sexual repression.
Yeah.
But
We're talking
Can
about
we start
Christopher
over?
Nolan. God.
Yeah. Okay. What was the structure that you laid out?
I
Steve?
was just saying we're saying, hey, how's it going? Hey, how are you? Chatting. And then we're going to talk about what we watch like we normally do, and then we'll jump into the Chris Nolan talk.
Yeah. All right.
But I think you should start with what you watched. So because you're already kind of started.
I started watching Evil Dead, the first one, and I really do like. I know about Bruce Campbell, and
And you've
Sam-
never seen any Evil Dead movies?
No. I'm not a big zombies.
But you
kinda
like
guy.
Sam Raimi. You love the Spider-Man
I love
movies.
Sam Raimi. Yeah, I love the first two. The third I only saw once and I didn't care for it.
Sure.
I liked Drag Me to Hell, actually.
Yeah, great movie.
I remember Shane actually recommending that, saying you should watch it. You'll like it, and
Yeah.
I did. It was very cool.
We talked about it on our horror episode.
I was excited for you to watch Evil Dead and then watch Army of Darkness because I feel like you
Yeah.
like Army of Darkness.
Yeah, he probably liked it.
I did recently see.
He should have taken your advice and
Yeah.
done two. I don't know why. I felt like, oh, go see the first one because it's like the new movies are all like darker or you know, or like more. They're almost trying to capture the tone of the first one more than the like wacky zany stuff that comes after.
Sure.
So I was like, that's why I go with that one. But then you probably should have just watched Evil Dead 2.
I did appreciate how scary, spooky the Evil Dead people looked.
The Deadites.
The eyes and shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I watched a little bit of that, and then I think I've only been watching Chainsaw Man, and I've been just watching like 1 or 2 episodes at a time and enjoying it thoroughly.
Nice.
That guy, boy, I love the story. I love his whole vibe. He reminds me of me as a horny, irredeemably horny teenager.
An adult.
Also, have you guys been getting stomach aches at all? Like slight kind of like...
Oh,
It's from the
no.
CERN
Ben-
collider.
Ben's got the fucking diarrhea virus.
Oh no!
I don't think I've got the diarrhea virus because I surely would have gotten diarrhea by
no,
now.
it's the CERN. It's the CERN. They turned it off.
It
You know
gave
about this?
everybody-
Everyone's been talking about this.
No,
Or
what?
everyone. People on TikTok. It's quite funny. There's like
Psychopaths?
there's the what the CERN is. It's like I'm gonna explain
The
it so
particle
poorly.
collider.
Particle collider. They're like trying to recreate the
okay.
Big Bang, right?
I
They're
see.
smashing particles into each other.
Damn, that
and
seems not.
and they turned it on in 2016. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, that's when everything got weird. And people like theorized that it created like a multiverse type of thing. And but then all the also, why did all the movies start being about that at the same time too?
They opened
I'm
the
just
rift.
saying. Anyway, what's funny about it is they turned it off like a month ago for like the next 5 years or something, and people were like, I can't stop farting. I have diarrhea. Everyone's like, time slowed down and I keep farting.
Wow.
And then my
I did
stomach.
see that. That girl's like, is anybody else farting a lot?
Yeah.
It could be because they turned off the CERN super
It's
collider.
like a lot of people being like, dude, I can't stop farting. It's so funny.
It's the whole super collider putting us into alternate universes is so stupid to me because it's like, or a proof that the Matrix is real when it's like, oh, remember Fruit of the Loom?
Mm-hmm.
It had a cornucopia, but now it doesn't.
Yes.
Remember Berenstain Bears?
Yeah.
It's because
But
you're
it went
dumb
back.
little.
No, it went back.
That's the Mandela
When they
effect,
turned it
though.
off,
I know.
But it's
go look. Now it has the cornucopia again.
People are so stupid. It's like, oh, you really think that they're changing those little stupid asinine details?
No, it's just like, they're not saying people changed them. They're saying that like just a couple little things got messed up.
Yeah, messed
Yeah.
up. It's like it's like the Matrix where it's like you see a black cat.
It's
twice
like
or whatever.
Inception when
Yeah.
he's on the rug and remember the architect is like, I just watched it. The architect is like, oh man, I didn't know he put his face in the rug because he's like, I know this is a wool rug.
Oh,
and
different
this is-
kinda- yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
polyester.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's his name?
He's like, my apartment doesn't have this.
Is it
kind
Ken
of,
Watanabe?
Yeah,
I
Ken
love him.
Watanabe.
I love
yeah.
him.
It's cool.
His
It is
accent in that movie is so funny.
Yeah.
It's so over the top.
I like it.
I know this rug.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I think it's just his voice.
yeah.
He's got a great voice. Anyway, so what did you watch, Steve?
No, go to Dylan. Go to Dylan next.
I mean, I really
Boy,
was.
Steve
I
must
just
have
did,
a ton.
I just did some recaps on Christopher Nolan. I watched a lot of Inception, didn't finish it. I watched a lot of The Dark Knight, didn't finish it. I watched a lot of Batman Begins, didn't finish it. God, I'm fucking pathetic. I can't have a movie podcast. Then I saw some of Insomnia for the first time.
Oh.
Barely got to when Robin Williams shows up.
Oh.
And I have kind of a little bit to say about that movie. But
Yeah,
that it's like, first of all, opens with a shot of ice. You know that? It opens
Yeah.
with like a shot of glaciers.
Yeah.
My brain went, I think I've seen ice in every single Christopher Nolan movie. And I went, bro loves ice.
There is a
Christopher
lot.
Nolan loves ice.
He does.
Ice is in Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins,
Mm-hmm.
Inception, Interstellar, like big walls of ice.
What about Dunkirk?
And it's
Dunkirk, ice, I believe, right? Of course. No?
I don't think
think
there
so.
is ice,
No ice?
in Dunkirk, but
They're
there's
on the
ice
beach,
in
boy.
there's ice in LA, and we're trying to keep them out.
Yeah, but Christopher Nolan loves ice. And
It's pretty good.
What? No, weren't there a couple more? What?
No, I just
I know. I was playing
Yeah,
along
okay,
with it.
okay,
I said
good,
that he
good.
loves
That he
ice.
loves ice. Okay. Good,
Yeah.
good.
Man of Steel.
There-
Although he
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 produced
didn't direct
that.
it.
only-
He produced it.
yeah.
No, but you are literally right. That is true.
He
We're-
wrote
yeah.
it too, didn't he?
No,
I think he wrote Man of
maybe.
Steel. I was looking at the
Something like
Wikipedia.
that.
I think his
wiki.
brother.
Oh boy, his poor brother,
wait,
huh?
Wait.
I don't think
His
I know.
brother's just a fuck up.
No,
I bet his brother's
dude.
pissed off at CERN.
No,
He's
no,
like,
he's
God, I was supposed to direct all these things.
His
But
brother's
yeah.
not a fuck up. He's successful.
What does he do?
He created Westworld or the TV show.
What's his name? Exactly.
Jonathan Nolan.
Yeah. Nah, I don't even know about that.
I know about
I don't
it.
know anything about that.
Well, we're getting ahead. We're
Okay,
jumping
what did you
ahead too
watch,
much.
Steve?
Is that out?
Yeah, I just want to talk about the ice. Really, there's a lot of ice.
that your good perspective that you were going to share?
I just was like, okay, dude loves ice.
He really does. Is Ogie
No, bro
distracting
loves
or is it okay?
No, it's
No, he's fine.
Okay. Well, I was thinking about how we haven't really talked about TV that much
Yeah.
in a while, and I was just going to mention that I've been watching House of Dragons, and some parts are cool. The first episode that was awful. It was like a big battle scene. I just realized how that's the stuff that I'm the least interested in those shows. Like
Yeah.
I like the scheming and the plotting and the politicking and the battle shit
And
is
the sex.
fucking is stupid.
Is it just choreographed poorly or something?
Yeah, it just looked ugly, and there was like a character that kind of came out of nowhere that I think everyone on the internet has been hating. It's like it's this woman, but like
Why do they hate her?
she just sucks. She's a really bad actress, and it was like a dumb character. I don't know. It just was
Sounds she's annoying.
bad. She's like a tough like pirate lady, and it just kind of it was like she was like introduced I think in that episode, and then became like a villain. I don't know. It was just dumb.
me play
It
your
was really
Game
dumb.
of
She wasn't
Thrones.
that kind of a pirate, but just like a ship, like a seafaring
sea hag.
a seafaring lady.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've been watching that, and then a show that I really wanted to talk about that is on Criterion Channel currently.
By the way, Steve's wearing a Criterion hat.
Oh, well, no. So yeah, I guess sort of. It's a Wes Anderson hat that I bought yesterday, which I'll talk about. But
I saw the shop images of the shop, and I saw the hats, and I said Steve's gonna come back with a hat.
I was like, let me get something. I want to buy something, you know. And I don't think I would. I don't want to buy a. The dog's getting food.
Just his legs.
I don't want to buy an actual Criterion fucking hat, you know.
Sorry, the dog is.
I know the dog. We got a dog getting food.
What the dog doing? What the dog doing?
Yeah, we got to get it together.
Continue, Steve.
And cut all this off. There is a show on the Criterion Channel that I would really recommend. I'm only like 4 episodes in, but it's an old 1960s sort of cult British television show called The Prisoner. And it was created by this guy, Patrick McGoohan, and he's the lead actor in it.
McGoohan.
I think that's how you say it, or McGoohan or something like that. He's the lead actor in it. And I realized maybe the only other thing that I've seen him in is he's the king.
Ben after he in his hand.
Oh, yeah, he's got McGoohan.
He's got Magoo hand.
Magoo
Sorry.
All right.
Anyway, he plays the king in Braveheart. Is the only thing that I've seen. I'm much
Wow.
older, but anyway, The Prisoner is fucking insane. It's kind of like the opening credits of it start every single time, but the first opening credits you see this guy. He's driving through town in this tiny little car. He goes into this like building, and it's like a spy building, and he walks down the steps. This is all like just in visuals. No, there's
Spy
no
building. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like a government
no,
building.
I got it.
And then he resigns, and then you see, and then his paper gets stamped with an X, and
I
it
don't
goes.
want to be a spy.
Oh no, he doesn't
Mo.
talk. He doesn't talk.
Oh.
And then he gets gassed, and then he ends up in this village, kind of in the middle of nowhere, that they won't let him leave, and they're trying to get information from him and asking him like why he resigned. But it's this crazy thing, and you can tell it's like influenced so many people. It's like a James Bond thing meets The Truman Show meets Hot Fuzz and The World's End a little bit, because it's kind of like those have to do with like like the status quo and whatever. And
Sounds like a romp.
It's really sick and really stylish, and it's very weird and surreal. And every single episode, there's a guy who's called Number 2, and every single episode, there's a new Number 2, and everybody in the village has numbers, and it's about like it's coming out of the like. I don't know, the social climate of the 60s, of
I
like
wonder if that's why Danny Harrison's band is called the new Number 2. George Harrison's son.
Maybe.
Might be.
You can tell when you're watching it, it's like, oh, this has influenced everybody. And it's fucking sick, and it's really weird and surreal. There's a big white balloon that floats over and like gets people, and they like get sucked in by it. And
Wow.
shit. It's crazy, dude. It's
watch
real.
that.
And the editing is kind of fun and shit, like 60s editing, 60s styles, like kind of quick cutting. I think you would like it. It's really cool and funny.
And remind them what it's called.
It's called The Prisoner. It's on the Criterion Channel.
I didn't know they had TV series on.
Well, they put it on, and I saw some shit about it, and people were saying it's like this cult thing, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And the way that they were selling it on the Criterion Channel was like, before Twin Peaks captured surrealism on
That's
TV.
what I was thinking when you said the balloon. I was like,
Yeah.
that sounds like Twin Peaks: The Return.
Yeah. So and that's how they were kind of selling it. And they were like, this hit BBC show did surrealism too. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up, dude. I'll kill you. I'm talking too fast for my words to come out. All right, my thoughts are coming too quick. Anyway. Dude, you better freaking stop laughing at me.
I just get the giggles. Wow, I don't know why.
All right, I'll keep going.
Yeah, what else?
I watched the documentary about Mark Maron that's also on the Criterion Channel called "Are We Good," which is fine. It was nice. It was a good thing. I like Mark Maron.
It's a great name for his documentary.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a cafe I work at, and I saw him there sitting on the couch on his phone for like a half hour straight. Some stranger started talking to him, and he got up and had an animated conversation with them. I was like, seems like a cool guy.
That's funny.
He's
He
like,
does-
right, I know.
He does seem cool, and it's a really nice thing, and it touches a lot on Lynn Shelton's death and stuff, and his reaction to it, and his like emotional headspace and shit like that. I'm sorry, I have to fucking look at this.
Speaking of a headspace, this episode is brought. Sorry, I don't know.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh,
and
that's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Talkspace.
I'm trying. No, Headspace is a meditation app.
Oh.
Anyway,
and then I did see Evil Dead Burn. I'm sorry, I saw Evil Dead Burn. I thought it was dog shit. It's terrible. So I think on some level it's good that we're not talking about it. But
Okay.
maybe it would have been.
Is
fun,
it Sam Raimi?
No.
No.
They've got all these new directors doing it.
Did he
It's
like sell the
fucking
IP?
awful.
I don't get it.
I think he's a producer on all of them, so I'm sure he's
Oh,
laughing
got it.
all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
But it's just a terrible, terrible fucking movie.
what's wrong with it?
It just sucks. It's boring. It's not like they don't have to be obviously the campy
No fun.
Evil Dead stuff, but it's just not fun. It doesn't have to be goofy, but the movie was not fun. I thought, and the characters are bad, and the staging of it is bad. It looks like shit. I think. I don't know. I really.
Why do they burn?
Really dislike.
Why do they burn?
It has a lot to do with fire. There's a lot of fire shit in it. I don't
Got
know.
it. All right, moving on.
I saw the new David Wayne, Gail Daughtry, and the Celebrity Sex
I'm
Pass,
excited to see this.
which I thought was really funny. I don't know if it's not like top tier David Wayne. It's probably kind of bottom tier David Wayne, but
What's top tier David Wayne to you? Obviously, Wet Hot American
Wet
Summer.
Hot American Summer and They Came Together
Yeah.
are probably like the two greatest things he's
Yeah.
ever made.
You can say that again.
I saw him and Ken Marino on Office Hours. I love that guy, Ken Marino.
Oh God, he's the funniest
He's also
motherfucker in the
so
world.
sweet. There was a moment where Tim Heidecker's daughter is explaining that she makes movies with her friends, and when she makes them, she goes, "We make it up on the spot. That's like, that's the fun of it. We just make it up as we go." And they kind of move on. And Ken Marino stops and he goes, "That's really cool." He's like, "That's such a cool process. That's like really awesome that you guys do that. You just like fully like
That's nice.
validate her in this like really beautiful way."
Yeah.
And it was just like I was
Is-
like, "This guy's awesome."
Is Ken Marino the guy in Wet Hot American Summer with the short shorts and he's in the van?
He crashes the car.
Yeah, and he's like desperate to have sex
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
when he
yeah,
crashes into
Yeah,
the
he
tree.
crashes into the Yeah.
He was also in
He's in like all of them.
yeah, but he was in Dressing Down or whatever that HBO
Oh,
show.
Party Down?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, party. Yeah,
I never
yeah.
saw
like
that
him.
show.
He is such a brilliant, like
so
he's
funny, dude.
God, I mean, he's crazy. He's so funny. But yeah, I liked the movie a lot, and I was laughing at it a lot. But it's not like, whatever the highest of David Wayne stuff. And I love David Wayne. Then okay, I had this weird. I know, sorry. Oh
No, go ahead.
Then I had this very weird fucking evening where there's this new movie that came out called Night Nurse. That's like first time filmmaker. I'd never heard of her. I just saw some like very tiny glimpses of like a tweet or something like that where people were talking about it, and I saw people were saying it was good. So I was like, I want to go check this out. It was playing at the Limley Glendale here in town.
Loved it.
I
Loved
bought
that place.
I bought a ticket to a 7:30 show on Saturday night, and I was like, this is just a normal screening that I'm going to. But when I bought my ticket, I was like, whoa, the theater is packed. Like every seat, and I was like, this is weird. But I was
Yeah.
like, whatever, I guess people are hearing good things about this movie. And then
Cast and crew.
yeah, and then so I get there and it's like really crowded and it's all these like people looking kind of dressed up and looking sexy and whatever. And I was like, what the hell? And I'm walking in there with my beer and yeah, it was like family and friends and cast and crew screening, and there was like a Q&A afterward and shit. And weird movie, kind of interesting, kind of not interesting. It started out really great. I think it has a really great beginning, but then it just kind of, I don't know, it just lost me, and I got really bored with it. But and I mean, this is too inside baseball, but like the Limley Glendale has an AC problem, and it's always fucking hot in there.
Oh, no.
It's really miserable. So I was like kind of not enjoying this movie, and all these people were around, you know, and I was like toasting.
That sounds
Okay,
awful.
you got
that
two
was
more. Come on.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got Jesus. We're
I
20
know.
minutes in.
I know. Fuck off, dude. I'll kill everyone. And then I won't get in. And then I went around. Jesus Christ. I got around finally to seeing Maddie's Secret, and I gotta say, I loved it.
Jesus.
I thought it was spectacular.
That's crazy to me.
I thought
And
it
you
was
didn't
so
like it,
so
no.
good.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I was going in expecting to really truly feel the same as you, like just from the look of it and everything. Like,
Did
I
you
wasn't,
like their last special together? They're like, I think it was on like Hulu.
Yeah,
or something.
I think so.
I really, They're starting to. They just
was like
started
a
rubbing me
peacock
the,
thing? I
Yeah,
think that was it?
yeah. They're rubbing me the wrong way for some reason.
I liked it. I mean, I thought it was funny. I don't know if I thought about it like all that seriously in terms of, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, Maddie's Secret really kind of blew me away. I was really surprised by how much I liked it. I knew I would probably
Wow.
like find it funny, or relatively funny.
What'd you like
but
about it?
I thought the balance of the humor and how bizarrely sincere and like genuinely moving it was. Like I did tear up during the movie. I found it pretty emotionally interesting and cool, and like this high melodrama Douglas Sirk thing that he's going for, but like with the Lifetime movie and the John Waters kind of thing, whatever, which we talked about. But
It just has no bite to me. Whatever. It's fine.
thought,
just,
dude-
it didn't work on me like at all.
What's the last thing you saw?
And then I just wanted to talk about really quickly. Last night I did this really cool thing where I went here in town in LA. They had this concert for all the music from Wes Anderson movies, and then they had like a little special Criterion tent thing, which is where I bought this hat. And they had like the mobile Criterion closet. Yeah, how do you guys say it? The Criterion mobile or mobile Criterion closet?
I don't.
I
It's
don't
not
say
in my.
that.
It's
Yeah,
not in my
I'm not
vernacular.
saying that.
Oh, yeah, I'm not probably saying it out loud that much either. But anyway, and it was beautiful, and that's all. And it was just like made me think about how much I love Wes Anderson, which I know we talked about like Asteroid City.
Was there a
week or
highlight
two ago.
from that show?
Yeah, I mean, Bill Murray was there, Jason Schwartzman was there, Jeff Goldblum was there, and they all got up on stage and like talked and or performed.
Looked like it was very fun and special.
And Wes Anderson was there in the audience, and they pointed at him, and he stood up, and everyone applauded for him. The moments that got me the most were Beck did a cover of Needle in the Hay,
Yeah.
and that was sick. And then Jackson Browne did Fairest of the Seasons
Whoa.
and These Days. And again, maybe I'm just a fucked up emotional person, but These Days made me cry.
Of course.
Yeah.
Beautiful
and
song.
it was awesome. And it was a great concert and really cool.
Beck looks like shit, man.
He's funny, man.
He is very funny. He's a Scientologist.
Is he?
I like
Yeah.
his old music,
I didn't
but
know that.
he went from being such a cool like play that funky music white boy, and now he's just like got no chin and just looks like he smells like, I don't know. He looks like he smells like hot newspaper or something.
Hot newspaper.
Hot
Like he just he looks like he's
Wow.
got that white boy stink.
What's that thing that
that
people
milky
smell like?
smell.
Milk.
Milk.
Cholula? No, not Cholula. What am I trying to say? There's something that like kind of hippies smell like.
Patchouli.
Patchouli, that's what it is. Sorry.
Kind of. I don't know about that.
Maybe
but
he doesn't smell like that. Yeah.
He just
I
looks.
like hot old newspapers. That's cool.
Yeah. it's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, moving
Christopher
on
Nolan.
from all that shit to talk about Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
let's
you
take
know,
a breath.
oh, God.
I'll take
a great
breath.
thing people like when they click on a YouTube video is when you get to the title, whatever you're talking about, 24 minutes into it.
Oh, fuck off, dude. Every podcast does that. They take a long time. There's plenty of preamble in every other podcast
Yeah,
in the
well,
world.
Okay.
So where do we start, guys?
Why don't we start at the beginning?
Christopher
Insomnia.
Nolan. Yeah.
Christopher Nolan.
Should we work our way up?
I
Yeah.
think so.
How about we work our way up?
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We'll work our way up.
And I was gonna say if any of the called out movies are on your top 5, you point it out as where it's ranking. But maybe that's not as good.
No, we'll save
No,
that.
we'll save it.
Yeah. Well, save that. All right, Insomnia. I didn't
Well,
know that.
no,
No,
Insomnia
that's
is
not his
the first
first
one.
movie.
So
Even remotely.
Following is.
Yeah, Following's his
And
first movie.
I saw Following probably in college, and I really liked Following. I mean, I like voyeurism in movies. I like Rear Window. I like
Yeah.
even Disturbia or whatever. And like just whenever you got like someone following someone, that's even how I shoot your guys' things. Like I just love like being far away with a long lens, and his movies are very voyeuristic, and David Fincher is good at that too. And there's just like that's just a cool feeling, cool first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen that movie, Ben?
No.
fine.
Yeah, I know.
The fuck do you
But
think?
it's a yeah. I remember thinking it was solid and cool that he, without all the things we know of him, like the big spectacle of it all, it was still just like a well told, like taught movie. From
Yeah.
what I remember, this is so many years ago though.
No, I haven't watched it I've only seen it once, and I haven't watched it in a really, really long time. But I remember you can like see the seeds of like Nolan's career, which is also this is making me think of we're jumping into it, but I do want to I think this is we're doing this obviously in the lead up to the Odyssey, and so I feel like we're going through these films, but I think we should also make it like a conversation about where he stands in the culture and like what we maybe thought of him when we were younger and what we think of him now, and like you know what I mean, like sort of the build up.
You could do that. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I mean we can all do that. I would like to see like where his where his style started changing and expanding, and which direction it started to like go in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say The Prestige is
Absolutely.
is that moment.
Maybe. Well, okay. We'll keep
So
going
what's
and
the
we'll
next
get
one?
there. But yeah, and then anyway, following, and then I think from following,
We got Memento.
he went straight to Memento, which was like obviously a pretty big step up. But then that one really put him on the map.
Which is interesting because that one famously he couldn't sell it to anybody.
Really?
Right?
I don't know.
I believe that was the story.
Sir Christopher Nolan, knighted Sir
I
Christopher
don't
Nolan.
think so.
Christopher Nolan, or maybe I believe he was like was it film school that he was like, all right, fuck it, I'm not going to be in film school, or like he didn't get accepted
He
or something.
studied like other stuff. I can't remember exactly. He studied like literature, or something. And so because he wanted to like have a different point of view or whatever.
But I believe with Memento, because I heard an excerpt of an interview with him, it was really hard. Because it's Weinstein Company. Did Weinstein Company end up picking it up?
I don't think so.
I'm really shocked at you, Steve. I would think that you would have known all of this because you are an endless
I don't care about the
thing of
business
knowledge.
stuff.
But I do believe that Memento had a hard time selling, and it was his first thing that then when it finally hit, it was a
Big success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
I
this
remember
as
my-
of yet unknown.
I remember my mom and dad went to go see it, and it's like the Lumley or something. My mom talked about it for a long time. She's like, "This guy, he's got to tattoo things on him." She loves noir, and she was like, "Oh my god, he's got to tattoo things on him to remember stuff." Oh my god! And as a kid, I remember being like, "Okay, shit,
Right,
yeah,
right.
And then when I watched it, I went, "Yeah, right."
When did you finally get around to seeing that movie, do you think?
High school.
Yeah, same. Or
yeah.
college, I think.
I remember finding it really boring personally.
I really loved it
I
when
remember being very confused.
I was a big fan of it early on, and I think the first. I'm trying to think if this is the case, but I'm pretty sure the first Nolan movie I ever saw was Batman Begins, and then from there I went back and watched Memento.
I believe I was in the same boat.
But I loved Memento when it came out, and I think like it it's this cool structure, right? For anybody who doesn't know, who hasn't seen Memento,
It was almost starring Brad Pitt. I'm learning.
Oh, that's cool. It's told backwards, and it's a story. Apparently, I guess it's a story or a short story or a novel or something from his brother, Jonathan Nolan, wrote the story.
Novella?
Maybe, and
I
then
hate that. Just say it's a book, dude.
No, okay.
no, there's different.
It was not Weinstein. It was Summit Entertainment.
Yeah, and And anyway, and then Nolan did the screenplay, and I think in the story it wasn't told in that structure. Nolan added that structure.
You mean Christopher?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Christopher
Nolan.
Which is just so funny because that's his whole thing essentially. You know, it's like having kind of a. I won't say go as far to say it's a
movies
gimmick.
but movies are a time-based medium.
Yeah, and a
so
memory-based medium.
And so it's very interesting to me that he's constantly messing with that. Still, I mean, I don't think he will very much in Odyssey, but like it kind of culminated. We'll talk about it in a second. But with Dunkirk, where I was like, I couldn't tell what the time thing was the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. But I don't know. Ben, do you like that movie? I mean, are neither
Memento?
of you guys really fans of it?
I liked it when I first saw it. I only saw it the one time, actually.
Really?
And I just kind of thought, oh, this was very original and interesting. And I thought it was cool and captivating and stuff. And then, with enough time, obviously with most movies, I forgot all the details. I was like, wait, someone did him wrong and they're taking advantage of him because he can't remember shit.
Yeah, I remember feeling like I liked the device more than I liked the story.
Yeah.
I was like, the story felt like not that interesting. The romance or something was like, I don't know, romance in all of his movies is always like...
It's the Nolan thing. It's the Nolan thing where he has a dead wife, which is he's been criticized now.
How do you think his wife feels? That produces all his movies.
I know.
Oh, another dead one, huh?
Yeah.
But it's always
bunch
like
of beautiful guys hanging out when there's a dead wife.
Dead wife.
Yeah, great. Yeah, right. Because sure.
And I think even like now we're leading up to the Odyssey. She's not dead, but it's this thing of like kind of like trying to get to your wife.
She's trapped behind a wall.
Yeah, or whatever. She's out of reach, and you're like trying to make your way home, kind of in a literal way or a
because it's something all men can identify. All men can identify with that. The fear of losing your wife.
No, I know, but he's just been criticized.
No, because it seems like a subconscious thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, sure.
I will say we're jumping all over the place, kind of.
Well,
but I do think it's quite funny that like for people put him in a box. Like everybody, we do this as people. We go. Christopher Nolan, that's this guy that wears the suit that looks like that makes these movies.
Yeah.
This is just a weird guy who's like, his subconscious is all over his movies. They're pretty goofy.
Yeah.
He reminds me more of like, I feel like people, I don't know. He reminds me kind of Alfred Hitchcock, like a modern one, more than anyone, I think. Because he's kind of always very aware of the audience. He's messing with time. And I just got that feeling recently. And I was just like, this is not... at least to me, I'm like, Christopher Nolan. I want to undo that. This is this guy that's like, I'm thinking about being in a dream within a dream, or like, I'm thinking about the tattoo to remember. Like he's kind of funny and like Gen X-y.
He's kind of like a kid.
He's
like if a little boy had a story.
I think, but it's still cool. But he's also doing like mass media shit. I'm sorry, like
pop culture
stuff
shit.
intentionally.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say to that point is that I think the funny thing about him is is that like he's actually not that weird, which is why some of the weirder stuff in his movies, for me, like isn't weird enough.
That's weird
because he's not a true freak.
But that's what I mean by weird. I mean like
in a way that I like. We're like Hitchcock is a little freaky pervert guy, and that shit's on the movies. I think in a really significant way.
When I say weird, I think a guy who like is like. I don't know, but exactly what you just said. He's like that's weirder to me than an actual weird guy. We're using the word differently.
I know what you mean.
I'm just like he's just taken as this austere guy because he's got a British accent and dresses well. But I'm like, dream within a dream.
Yeah.
Dream within a dream within a dream with a dead wife.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Also, I just got to point out, it's wild to me that nobody points out that Christopher Nolan looks like he could be Leonardo DiCaprio's older brother.
Well.
I mean, the casting of him...
People point that out all the time, that he makes people look like him in his movies, or like that Leo looks like him in Inception.
I've not noticed that
directors do that all the time. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Kyle MacLachlan in Twin Peaks is kind of a David Lynch cipher, or in Blue Velvet more specifically. He doesn't quite look like him, but... Anyway,
Derek Cianfrance made Ryan Gosling look like him in the Blue.
We should think of more of these. There's a lot of them. There's a lot where the character looks exactly like the director.
Yeah, it's funny.
Steven Spielberg in the T-Rex.
dude.
Steven Spielberg and E.T.
Damn, that's
You see Spielberg in interviews, and he's like this all the time.
Wow, give me a goat. I'm hungry for a goat.
I'll say the last thing on Memento is that I rewatched it the other day because I don't feel like I'd watched it in a long time, and it was a movie definitely that I loved when I was younger.
Did you own it? Do you own it on Blu-ray? And you watched it on Blu-ray?
Well, that's actually a little funny thing is I have it on DVD. And the DVD case that I have is like this sick case. It's like a, what do you call it? Like a
Guy's
a
head.
dossier. No, it's like a dossier that opens
sure.
up with like papers and a paper clip.
Yeah, I remember
It looks
this.
like what he has in the movie.
You got to solve a riddle just to find the damn.
And it's like sticky
It's
notes,
sad
whatever.
that we don't have that shit really anymore.
Well, so that's the thing. But that was the DVD. I bought the Blu-ray, which was just some cheap, shitty plastic dog shit. Took the Blu-ray out. Put it in that case, threw that fucking shit away.
Nice.
And now I have the Blu-ray in the cooler fucking case.
Wow,
That's
Steve.
cool.
Well done.
But watching it again, I was like, yeah, this isn't as impressive to me, and like I'm not as the gimmick loses some steam, and the sort of emotional core of the movie, I don't find that all as interesting.
Same thing I was saying. Yeah.
I feel that way about a lot of his movies.
I think that's true of a lot of his movies, and we'll
except
continue
for
to talk about
Interstellar, which had the opposite effect on me.
Yes, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
And so next up we got is it okay?
No,
we got
go
Insomnia, which I had never seen, still can't claim I've seen. so don't listen to me too much. But I found the editing in that movie so insane, and Al Pacino ruined that movie. At least what I was getting from it. Where I was like, oh fuck, I could feel like him making this, and I can feel him in the editing room panicking. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but there's like the coverage of the scenes. It's being edited on time. It's so wacky, and like
does he edit them?
No,
but
he's not. But he's in the room.
Yeah.
But also like, I'm being extra harsh. I was pretty sleepy, and I did think like the setup was really intriguing.
It's a cool premise.
I love the premise is awesome, and he also.
Do you want to say
this
the
is
premise?
kind of
say the
well,
premise.
you tell him in a second, but I do think like that's when his relationship with ice began. It opens with these glaciers, but I didn't expect from Memento to this for there to be such a huge shift in terms of like, oh, he's already kind of started to do this expansive type of cinematography. These great sweeping
landscapes,
helicopter shots, and these landscapes with very. I mean, was it Wally Pfister already?
Yeah, I think it was Wally Pfister from Memento on.
And dude, we miss him. Ryan Edgington was texting me about it.
Oh,
He's
interesting.
Incredible, dude.
I like him too, but I kind of think. Well, I think Hoyt is maybe a better. I don't know.
It's different.
It is different.
There's no frills for me for Wally Pfister. He's got a little bit more of just like a workman. Like it's just like it looks sharp. It looks great. The colors are beautiful, and it's composed kind of without being self-referential.
Yeah.
It's
I agree with you.
And then now it's becoming a little showy.
I
or
agree.
Something.
Yeah. Do you know what the fuck happened to him?
He just retired.
He's just retired.
He just went. He directed one movie.
He directed that movie
With Johnny
Transcendence,
Depp.
which was a fucking I think
kinda
a
wanna see
massive
it.
bomb,
Yeah,
and nobody
yeah.
liked it, and it didn't do well, and blah 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 blah. But and then like I think and then after that, Nolan started working with Hoyt van Hoytema, his current cinematographer, and then I feel like I looked at Wally Pfister's IMDb, and it was like a couple of ads, but like
Does it stop
7
with like
years
the
ago?
Dark Knight Rises?
it was like Dark Knight Rises is the last one, and then a few weird ads, and then done.
Yeah. I mean,
it's so strange to me.
What's the synopsis of Oh, sorry.
no, I just think there really is such a huge difference in the way his movies felt then to now. And
Seems like that's what his goal always was, and he was like, "All right, now I can
To make bigger movies.
Now
for
I
sure.
can get cooking."
Yeah, I think so. Even though some of his early shorts were like really experimental, and he liked. I think we talked about this on one episode where he really likes the Quay brothers and their like weird experimental shorts. And is that how you say their name?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay.
Okay. So the plot of Insomnia.
Again, I've only seen it once. It's been
It's
a long
always
time.
daylight.
But yeah, it's like a LA detective that I guess for some reason is following a murderer up to a town in Alaska for some reason. And the town in Alaska, because of the time of the year or whatever, it's like always daylight, so it's like fucking with his sleep, schedule and shit. But his sleep schedule. But I get the real premise there is that like he is being investigated by Internal Affairs, I think, back in Los Angeles, and his partner that they go up to Alaska to find this murderer is gonna like testify against him, like to internal affairs or whatever. And then,
but they're going on a road trip
and
together?
then they're out in Alaska and they think they found the murderer, and I guess Al Pacino accidentally shoots his partner
In the fog.
in the fog.
There's
It's like a
pretty
misty.
cool scene.
Yeah.
But there's like a misty, foggy moment where there's chasing. No one knows who's
Yeah.
doing what. By the way, that did give me a good idea because I watched UFC the next day randomly with Garrett, and I was like, this should be in fog.
UFC in fog.
This needs to be fogged out. And they're
That'd
like,
be funny.
where'd it go? three guys in fog.
That would be very funny.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Right.
You should do a Fog FC.
Yeah, Fog
The
FC.
Fog fighting.
Yeah,
fighting.
FFC.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Baseball and fog doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
They had to cancel the game, postpone
Yeah.
it the other week.
Do
Anyway,
football
go
and fog?
on. Football, they do that. Yeah.
They kind of do play in fog, dude.
Anyway,
At least in the
the fog of
commercials.
war.
Yeah, fog of war.
All right. Next movie.
They do war and fog. Well, no. And then anyway,
Okay.
and then the murderer. It turns out the murderer saw him, which is Robin Williams, is the murderer. Saw him kill his partner, even though it was on accident. But now, Al Pacino's like, well, it's going to look like I killed my partner because he was going to testify against me, and he's like trying to cover it up, and he blamed it on the murderer. But then the murderer, Robin Williams, is sending him like letters and pictures and shit or whatever to blackmail him. And making him like all freaked out, but he's having insomnia because of the light and the, no dark, and he's losing it and blah 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 blah.
Man.
And yeah, I've seen it once, and it didn't really make much of an impression on me.
It felt like,
Yeah.
to
Sounds
me,
stressful.
the impression I got slightly was that Al Pacino did his thing and didn't care to listen to Christopher Nolan or
Maybe.
something. Just there was a tonal mismatch between his performance and the type of movie it was.
Yeah, that is, and it's so odd though to think that nowadays, like it's like Nolan, everyone is like, yes sir, Mr. Nolan. They have nothing but respect for him, and to have him
I'm
make
guessing,
that leap from
but
Memento.
yeah.
Who knows? But just to think of a time when Nolan like wasn't in complete control or something.
Man, he
maybe
made that when he was like 30 years old. Batman,
Yeah.
and then next is Batman Begins. He directed at 35.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
depressing.
Which we can. That's okay.
It's kind of Christopher Nolan Begins, I guess you could say.
Sure. I
Batman
remember.
Begins. I saw this in theaters.
I saw this in theaters.
Yeah.
What year did it come out? 04?
No, 2005.
2005. I was in Hawaii with my family, and they were like, Batman movie. I remember seeing trailers for some reason, even though I'm a little boy who loves the Spider-Man movies. I was like, I don't give a shit about this.
Yeah.
I wasn't excited. And I
Batman
remember
sucks.
being like,
What?
That's what I thought at the time. Batman. Yeah,
oh yeah, I think that's what I thought of Batman.
Yeah. Because all I had growing up, Batman was the noir ass Val Kilmer movies, and I was like, I don't like noir.
I liked
Those
the
aren't
one with
noir ass.
Mr.
What are you
Freeze.
talking
And, yeah, those are goofy.
Yeah, those are
gay-
campy,
gay
like
carnival
back, yeah,
movies.
back to the
Yeah.
'60s show.
But anyway, I remember sitting in the theater and just fully like melting into the screen, being like, "This is so cool!
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so awesome!" And we love a origin story as much as we've seen it all a million times.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it's
yeah.
done well, you're like, the parents are gonna get shot right now, and you're still like, no.
Yeah.
No, yeah, totally.
I think Batman Begins is really, really good.
It's
Yeah,
a very good movie.
I love
Yeah.
Batman Begins. I saw it in the theater, and I mean, Batman is my favorite superhero. I'll just say that, I guess. So like the Nolan Batman movies, became at a time when like I was obviously growing older and like getting more into like good adult movies, and then like that hitting with like Batman stuff was just like the perfect sort of combination for me. But yeah, it was weird. Like the Batman Begins thing, similar to you, I was sort of like, even though I love Batman and I was whatever, I just wasn't. I don't remember a time of like being hyped up.
I
For
don't
it.
think they maybe
beforehand, but-
marketed it
but
as
it
much as
wasn't-
they did like Spider-Man to
No.
kids.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just kind of like a.
And
the
I just-
superhero movies weren't huge. There wasn't a sure thing.
I just went to go see it like in middle
Good point,
school
they
or,
really
or
weren't.
no, 5th grade or 6th grade. I don't know what it was, with like me and Tommy Markle and 2 girls, and like we went to go see
Tommy
that.
Markle.
Did you make out?
No, I don't think we did, but we probably tried.
I gotta say,
I think I saw it with Jackie.
we forgot to
Urquiza.
talk about the Digger trailer, but we'll talk about that in the
Oh,
bonus. That's
yeah,
a perfect
we'll
bonus.
talk about that
thing.
in the bonus.
Oh,
That's bonus.
it
That's
looks
bonus.
awesome to
No,
me.
it looks like
That's
dog.
bonus.
you're
dog.
wrong.
Bonus,
You're wrong.
bonus.
Yeah, this is a teaser
boner.
for the
Anyway.
bonus.
Teaser for the boner.
Batman Begins was awesome. I agree. I liked that there was so much expository stuff with his story
Yeah.
and Ra's al Ghul and
Ra's al Ghul.
and the Scarecrow was a good and effective and scary man. That effect when he spits his poison at you, and he goes. And
he doesn't
like,
spit it.
Shut up! I'll kill you.
He sprays it.
No, he spits it.
Okay.
But he sprays it.
Yeah.
And
he's like a skunk.
They did that in the game too, the Arkham games.
Oh yeah.
There's a Scarecrow part where you're trying to walk. And
That stuff's tight.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I always loved Scarecrow from the animated series, and I was like so happy that they were doing like a different, kind of.
it was a fun take on it where he's not an actual. He's just got the sack.
Yeah.
And also,
it's the realistic. That's what he's doing. He's doing the down and dirty, gritty thing.
Also, Katie Holmes.
I was gonna say the gritty thing.
I knew you were gonna. I knew he was gonna have an opinion on this.
People call it gritty. When I'm watching it, I'm not. I guess it is gritty compared to everything else,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah.
But it's more so just like he's like, okay, what if a guy really did that?
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
Which part? Batman?
everybody.
No, Batman
everybody.
Begins is way more superhero-y
Yes.
than The Dark Knight, which
Yes.
coming later.
Yeah.
It's like way more, and like the Gotham of that movie looks like way more kind of like a superhero Gotham, whereas like in Dark Knight it becomes just like normal ass Chicago. And there's some Chicago I think in Batman Begins too, but it's like a way different look to it. This will kind of jump ahead, but one thing I always liked about the Batman movies is like each movie had their little color. Like Batman Begins is kind of like warm, like orange kind of hues. Dark Knight is like this steely blue, cold, and then I feel like Dark Knight Rises is like kind of white. Basically, it's like a very
white and brown.
Yeah, but I always just found that
There's ice.
impressive. Yeah, there's ice.
Yeah, there's snow.
And I liked that little color scheme. But yeah, I rewatched Batman Begins in the lead up to this, and I think it still holds up pretty well. And I have a lot of fun with it. That chase through, the city where he's in the Batmobile going over the fucking rooftops and shit, and all the cops are like, he's flying on rooftops. They're doing that stuff. It's very good stuff. It's pretty good.
Should you get the Prestige?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, my girlfriend at the time got mad at me when we saw Prestige in the theaters. Prestige. I can't remember when I think I saw Pulp Fiction in college in like 07 or 08 or something like that. And that was my very first experience with a movie that did the time like not chronological as far as I can remember.
Mhm.
And
Not Memento?
Prestige, no, not Memento. And then Prestige kind of fucks with that a little bit. It's just kind of all over, it's a testament to magic because it's very sleight of handy type of movie.
Yeah.
And I was actually I was thinking about it in bed last night, the collapsing cage and the bird and stuff.
Yeah.
But I had the stupidest miscommunication moment in the theater because Scarlett Johansson is like gorgeous in it, obviously.
Oh,
but
boy.
she's wearing like this corset or something. The first time you see her, she's wearing this corset and her boobs are looking huge. And I remember my girlfriend looking over to me to see my reaction to seeing Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
And I thought that she was doing a like, are you seeing those boobs? I thought that she was like trying to rope me into like we're both
In high school?
no, it was whenever it came out. When did it come out?
I was in high school.
Well,
think, so.
I graduated 05, so I
okay.
must have been in college.
Oh, yeah.
But so she I see her out of the corner of my eye looking, and I go like this. Like I'm for the audio listener, I make like a wowie wow face, and she got pissed. And then I'm like no, I thought that you were like trying to include me in a thing that we were gonna do. You get what I'm like when you're out, like when
your Curb Your Enthusiasm would be just you and boob incidents.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
every episode's about a different boob
all
incident.
boob
Like,
stuff.
oh no, I thought we were all looking at the boobs together.
No, it's like when it's like a couple that's in a very secure marriage or something. You've heard the anecdote of the wife that's like, whoa, did you see that hot woman?
Mm-hmm.
And she's able to call it out because she's secure enough. Do you get what I'm saying?
I
thought
understood
that,
what was
Yeah,
happening.
I
I
get it,
thought
I
that
get
it was one of those.
Yeah.
But
But
thought,
you are woo good, and
she thought she caught me a woogaing. And it was impossible to explain away.
Yeah.
So for the rest of the movie, I was like, fucking shit, this fucking sucks. My girlfriend's mad at me.
Every time her boobs came back up, but you turned to her and you went, no. No.
That's disgusting.
No.
I bet
or David Bowie came on screen, you made the same face. You did a wooga face.
should have done it. I should just gone full. I'm actually gay. I don't know. I thought her outfit was insane. Movie was great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
It's a great movie.
It's one of his best.
I agree. It's one of my favorites of his.
Christian
and it's
Bale
great.
fucking rocks in it.
They're both really. I love Hugh Jackman. I really love Hugh
It's
Jackman.
interesting to see who he doesn't bring back in his movies.
True.
He's getting Michael Caine, Christian Bale, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's not coming back. Leo's not coming back. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Of course, he
was in
okay.
two.
You're
Yeah,
right.
he was
You're
in
right.
two.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Briefly, and what a weird tease where it's like, my name is Wabin.
We'll get to
And
that.
it's
We'll
like,
talk about that.
But
We'll
then
talk
they
about
don't
that.
do it because
We'll
they
talk about
probably were trying to maybe set it up, and then it's like, no, it's not.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We're not there yet, dude. We're still on
Okay.
the Prestige.
I understand.
We should. Dude, we have a lot. All right.
I know. Do you guys remember? I'll just say this. I mean, yeah, love the Prestige. Great. I think it fucking works. I think, like I love the structure of it, and the reveal and the twist is like
He plays
is,
Tesla,
is
right?
Awesome.
David Bowie?
David Bowie plays Nikola Tesla. Yeah, out in
Folks,
the,
if you
out
haven't
in,
seen
like,
The Prestige, do it.
yeah, it's two warring magicians
Mm-hmm.
basically, which sounds so like kind of dumb, right? Because
Yeah.
people make fun of magicians, but it's sick. Do you guys remember though? That same year, like almost, I feel like roughly around the same time, there
Yes,
were
The Illusionist.
two magician movies.
I was
yeah,
an
The
illusionist head.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I was like, The Illusionist with Ed Norton is
I
the better
was
magic
into that
movie.
one
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
But then obviously I still love the Prestige, but then I obviously came back to the Prestige like
Same.
way more, and I was like, oh, this one's.
I watched it
fucking
at
awesome.
home and
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't remember liking this movie. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I think I just missed it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I
Oh,
just-
I hated that whole era. It felt like I felt insane because it was like there were bands with similar names. There was like Wolf Mother, Wolf Parade, something Wolf, and then The Illusionist and
You're
the
saying there's a whole
Prestige.
era of people having the same names?
Yes, of just like similar name, thematic, and I was like, who is behind this? What is going on? Why are there all of a sudden 5 bands with Wolf in the name?
Right.
Christ.
So the Dark Knight
Powers that be.
was the fall.
Yeah, and actually, do you guys remember? This is the lead up to The Dark Knight. I think The Prestige had a trailer for The Dark Knight.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
and that trailer, it was the teaser, it was the first teaser, and it was just,
Wait, really?
I think,
Because I'm looking at Batman Begins is 2005, Prestige is 2006, which
Yeah.
is nuts. Then Dark Knight's 2008.
2008. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe it
man.
wasn't that early. But I just remember the teaser for The Dark Knight, and I don't know why I thought it was that Prestige, but is like just the voice of the Joker talking as like the bat symbol is
so
like
it's
getting broken apart, and then it like and then it goes, and then it's like a Joker card comes up.
So
or something
maybe
like that.
I do remember that, and maybe they hadn't shot the movie yet.
They hadn't shot. They had like some stuff, maybe a tiny bit. I don't know.
Do you remember they also showed the entire first like 10 minutes
Yes,
at IMAX?
Yeah.
that's
I
Nolan.
hated
That's
that.
Nolan's thing. Oh, I love that, dude.
It ruins the movie because then I saw it at home instead, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well,
I know
that's
exactly
so
what's
funny
gonna-
is I didn't go to see whatever the IMAX movie was that played the first 6 minutes of The Dark Knight.
I think it
So
was Avatar.
I was watching. No, it wasn't Avatar. Avatar wasn't out yet.
When did Avatar come out?
2010.
Oh, excuse me.
But it was Avatar for the Odyssey. When I saw Avatar, the newest Avatar, they showed the first
Right.
6 minutes of the Odyssey.
Oh, you've seen the 6 minutes of the Odyssey?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
whoa.
Or it's not the first 6 minutes, but it's 6 minutes of the Odyssey.
It good?
I thought it was sick.
Okay.
I talked about it on the Avatar
I don't
episode.
remember.
Yeah, but I remember, dude. This was the era.
Wait. Sorry, real fast.
Sorry?
We gotta. Anytime Avatar's mentioned, we gotta talk about Monkey saving Dale.
Monkey Spider.
Spider. It's
He's
too
a
good.
monkey boy. She calls
Yeah.
him Monkey Boy.
Yeah, Spider
Sigourney
says
Weaver.
pendejo. We gotta
And
put
anyway,
that
I
on
watched
the
I watched the
hat or
first.
shirt.
This is a big era. I feel like maybe you'll think this. I don't know. Maybe you'll think this too.
What?
This was such an era where like I feel like I was on YouTube a fucking lot, and so like I didn't catch the 6 minutes. But the marketing campaign for The Dark Knight was really big, and they
It
were
was
doing like
very
Joker
good.
stuff. And I found like YouTube cam rips on of the first 6 minutes of Dark Knight, and that's how I watched that. And I was scouring the internet for like any little tidbit of information, and I was like so hyped for this that like it's the first movie that I can really think of where like the pre-PR and like scout and like the internet having like photos and me being like privy to that, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's true.
And it was a big deal. And then
Speaking
obviously
of the first 6 minutes, though, I just having rewatched it, one of the great openings to a movie,
absolutely,
probably of all time.
Yeah. It's great. It is awesome.
I thought the Joker said that you were gonna do it. I thought that I was gonna do it.
Right.
That's funny. The Joker said the same thing to me.
There's a lot of little informational tidbits in there that I think are nice, like where the guy at the beginning they're on the roof and the guy says like he's cutting off the phone lines or whatever.
There's gonna be a Two-Face in this movie.
Yeah, they say that. No, but he says that's weird. That's weird. It tried to dial out to a private number, not the cops, and it's like that already sets up that like it's a mob, like just little expository things like that are great. But
foreshadowing.
When I saw that movie, everyone went so nuts for it, and I remember I am ashamed to admit it. I was like, I'm confused. I was like high off of the Joker, obviously, and I was like, these scenes, the beginning's incredible. I was like, I don't really know what happened in this movie.
That's funny.
I get what you're saying.
Like, well, because it's like
afterward, the post-mortem, you were just like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, I was just like, okay,
a lot happens.
So the mob and their money, and then the Chinese guy.
It's kind of confusing,
but it's pretty.
There's a lot of legal shit.
Lack of a better term, like adult, where I'm like, you kind of have to know the way the world works and how banks work a little bit.
Yeah,
and I was just like a high school kid being like, huh? What's going on?
Basically, the Joker holds the entire mob ransom by going after their money, right?
Well, he
and
basically
tries to get them to do their
They're
bidding.
so desperate they can't really operate anymore because they're so afraid of Batman. They're having meetings in well-lit rooms.
Yeah,
and,
he's
and
fucking
he goes,
up their shit.
They're like, what are we gonna do about this other thing? And he's like, your real problem is Batman, and I'm the only crazy motherfucker that can do it.
Yeah,
and say what you will, but I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna,
I'm gonna be able to kill the Batman because you guys can't.
Desperate enough to.
But it's weird because then Joker says, "I don't want to kill you."
Well, yeah, he says that to Batman.
Yeah,
but
so he was lying to the mobsters.
Yeah,
he's lying to everybody.
He's an anarchist.
Joker,
Remember, he burns their money at the end. There's a giant fucking pile of money, and he burns it. But yeah, this movie was a massive deal to me. I mean, a big deal for me. And
wow, for you?
Yeah, we know,
brother.
Dude.
Everybody.
Well, no, I know.
Every white boy.
Well, whatever. I like I said before, it hit at the perfect moment of like my being a kind of more of an adult and liking more adult movies, but having that like love from childhood of Batman and like,
of course,
it hit with the nostalgia and the childhood aspect of that, and like
it was a perfect storm.
Perfect storm.
Yeah.
And I worked at a movie theater at the time in high school, and I saw The Dark Knight.
Let me guess. 14 times.
No. I saw it 10 times in the theater. I saw it 10 times in the theater.
I saw it because maybe 3.
I saw it like twice in IMAX. I think I've seen it in IMAX like 5-6 years ago, maybe, like when they like re-released it again. And I would just get off of work and like be like, movie's better starting. I'll just go catch a showing of The Dark Knight or whatever. Or like on my break, it's like get a soda and a little bag of popcorn and just like sitting there and watch 10 minutes, 15 minutes of it or whatever.
I'm going to say my controversial thing here, which is that I loved The Dark Knight when it came out. I thought it was an awesome movie. I loved a bit of the philosophical elements about like the two
sides of the same coin. The hero, it's you live long enough to see you either die your hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the hero.
That stuff. The questions of free will and the two fairies.
The choice.
The choices.
The choice.
I really dug that stuff. I found it very interesting and
that is very
thought-provoking.
Like a philosophical question, you know? It's like yeah.
And
it's the train problem.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, trolley problem.
Trolley problem.
Yeah, and I
just shoot everyone and myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And over the years, though, upon rewatch every 5 years or so when I pop it on, it is increasingly. It's reached its limit of corniness to me, but it is now. It does not quite hold up for me.
What
Heath Ledger still great.
Oh, absolutely, he's fucking incredible.
Some of the performances are just too. Like in particular,
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Maggie Gyllenhaal's okay. Are you trying to unplug my mic?
No, sorry. I just feel like you're absolutely one of the people who's like, should have fucking. Who's this ugly bitch?
No,
why
not at all.
Why is it
No.
not Katie Holmes
Are
anymore?
you kidding me?
Yeah.
Not at all. I thought Maggie Gyllenhaal was fantastic.
Yeah,
and
she's great.
She's really,
She's
really
a better
good.
actress. Absolutely.
Just some of the elements of like that the real life politician who's like, we're not afraid of criminals like you anymore. It's like, oh God, fucking shut up. That whole part of the thing is like the people are standing up against, you know, and then like that one, there's the underground when they're escorting, is it the Joker that they're escorting?
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Or no, they're escorting Harvey Dent.
That's right. That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that one cop just won't. He just has all these one-liners. Oh, they're gonna do. Oh, geez. Oh man. Oh, we're getting cornered.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh God. Whoa. Oh, they got helicopters. They got a freaking helicopter. Just it.
I think that stuff's fine.
And when he comes up on the motorcycle, it just looks so fake. I obviously it is fake.
Well, no. Most
when
of it's real, but there's a part where he goes on the wall. That's fake.
It's
Is that what
just
you're talking
some of it like that, yeah. And like when even the 18-wheeler when it fucking goes ass over head, you can see they didn't VFX it out for whatever reason. You can see the puffs of the like CO2 jets that blasted up, and I'm like, why?
That's fine. Well, it
It's
makes
just
sense,
and
especially when
that's
it's
a
like
tiny
when it's a
nitpick.
quote unquote masterpiece.
Yeah.
I had the opposite experience where I even said maybe like an episode or two ago where I was like, that movie isn't good. Everyone's tripping. Batman Begins is the good one. And then I just watched it. I didn't even finish it. But I'm like, holy fuck, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dan was here and he goes, The Dark Knight is good, yeah.
Yeah, you're
and
just
I was like, I literally thought it was bad.
Yeah,
and then I'm
that's
like,
funny.
no, this is awesome.
Yeah, the Dork Knight for me.
I think for me, like as I've gotten older, I don't hold it in as high esteem necessarily
Sure.
as I did back when it came out. Just because like changing tastes, whatever, and like certain things, there are certain things that I do bump up against when we're rewatching it now. But
Gary Oldman.
no, Gary
He's
Oldman's
not
great.
the hero we want, but he's the
awesome.
guy.
Gary Oldman's awesome.
He's the
He's
guy
great.
we need.
He's great. I love Gary Oldman
He's
in
fine.
those movies. And I actually think Aaron Eckhart's really fucking good. And
Yes.
I love the turn, the Harvey, the Two-Face turn. I think is really great. And I love that. I feel like all the comic book nerds were like, oh, so he's just dead. Like there's, and you just took one of the most classic villains and like we got him for 15 minutes and then you killed him and like people and it's like no, that's perfect. Like because if you're really going for the dark, like the realistic Two-Face, he's not gonna survive very long with like those burns and like
Sure.
fucked up. He's probably like high on drugs for the last 30 minutes of the movie. But yeah, I think
Wait, he dies when the hospital explodes?
no, he Batman knocks him on the roof and he breaks his back and he's dead on after when he's saving
The kid.
the kid. Anyway, but I don't know. But I still think it's like holds a special place in my heart, even if there's little things that I
Of
bump
course.
up against.
Same.
And it's
still watch that
and
garbage.
it's still just like kind of in like objective terms almost. Like it's cultural like touchstoneness is undeniable. Like it's just you know what I mean in terms of that.
People still
Status.
quote it all the time. Want to
Yeah.
play a game?
Yeah, that's not the same.
You want to play?
hear a joke?
yeah. Do you want to hear a joke?
Anyway, okay, moving on from The Dark Knight to what's the next one?
Inception.
Inception.
So
God, I saw this
Inception
4 times.
I saw Inception like 4th row in IMAX opening day, and it was so big. I was in the movie. I was like, this is the coolest movie I've ever
Yeah.
seen. And then I remember being like, I understood it perfectly. I feel so smart. I know exactly what's going on
Yeah.
every second of this movie. I just tried to rewatch it yesterday. Holy God, is that I'm
you can't
sorry.
think about it too much.
It's so painfully
Boring.
stupid.
Yeah.
At least to me this time, I was like, because I'm not seeing it on the big screen as well, like the music isn't having the effect. I know, listen, there's somebody mad out there. I thought Inception was so cool, and I know it's dumb, and that's fine. But Leonardo DiCaprio was so bad in it, and it's just
you gotta go to sleep.
it's weird. It's goofy and it's weird, and it's like
You talking about just the concept?
Also, no. I mean, the vibe of it is just bizarre.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I also, for some reason, I've never believed Leonardo DiCaprio less with a gun. He's like walking around like he's never held a gun in his life, and it was like
funny.
It was just like very childish, and like I mean, it worked on me fully the time. I'm just telling you how I felt yesterday.
I understand what you mean. It's like me with Dark Knight a little bit.
I found it really annoying. I was like, I don't want this on in my room.
I
was
just
like,
didn't.
It's bothering me.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. He's just acting. I'm like, oh, this is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That is
acting.
absolutely one of your guys that I know you don't like at all.
Yeah.
I like. It sucks because I do like him, but I not in most things.
He looks in this movie especially a little reptilian to me, and he's telling everybody to use AI. So he was born in a bottle.
Is he doing that?
Or is he anti-AI?
I thought he's
No,
like
he was
really. No, he's going to
responsibly.
those parties, but he's being like, because I want to be able to be like. He's almost being like, I'm gonna destroy things from the inside. Is I think what
Hit
he's
record
what he's
Joe.
doing. Because he has that whole thing. I don't know.
I always thought it was hit record.
He's interesting.
like a record deal.
Yeah, he's a strange guy.
He's a strange guy.
I mean,
I'm
anyway.
somewhere in the between. Like, I think I saw it. I was excited for it. Obviously, The Dark Knight was a big deal, and it's like I was excited, but
Ice.
ice in that big snow thing. That's his James Bond moment. That's why everyone was like, "You're gonna direct James
He
Bond."
should, dude.
But now it's gonna be Denis Villeneuve, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Wait, can I just real fast? I loved Joseph Gordon-Levitt in 500 Days of Summer, and I loved him in the Bruce Willis time travel movie, which is funny.
Oh yeah,
'cause-
Looper, good. He's
yeah.
good in Looper. I
I
always
thought you
loved
said blooper.
Yeah, have you seen the Looper
first.
bloopers?
Looper bloopers were probably pretty good.
Dude, the
I
Looper
always
bloopers
loved
are
Joseph
hilarious.
Gordon-Levitt in Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Well,
Great-
yeah,
great
him and
sitcom.
French Stewart.
Yeah.
That poor guy.
I
I don't know
think
what that's referring to.
Inception is just like fine. I come away like I think
I think that's right.
Blew
yeah.
my
when
mind
I saw
first-
it, I went, okay, that was pretty cool. And then I saw it again, and I was like, I don't really like this that much, and it's kind of getting overblown. And now, and I think there was a period of time where I was responding to everybody loving it, and I was like, guys, it's not that good. Settle down. And now I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
I
Whatever.
think that's when Christopher Nolan got into Whippets, right? When he made that, it was his.
He got into Whippets,
It was his
yeah.
Whippets era. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like his one like documented issue. His slate is completely clean, but he was
Yeah.
like, whoa. Like,
That actually makes so much sense
Right.
as
Yeah.
someone who's dabbled with all kinds of drugs.
that movie feels like Whippets, right?
Right.
Well, it feels I've definitely entered into spaces where it's like I've lost all sense of time and space and like
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
I am relative to my dream state.
Oh,
he
sure,
wrote his
sure.
own
And
Whippets.
I've you know regularly having dreams that feel so realistic, hyper realistic that I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, committing them to memory as if they actually happened.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
He and he had the whipped cream canisters, right? He's like,
Yeah.
I do still think that I get.
And you can actually, there's a really funny blooper if you go back, and I think it's the scene. What scene is it? It's in like Cobb's apartment or whatever.
Mhm.
Chris Nolan was still using whippets and stuff, and there's a
On
little
set?
on set, and there's a little
Oh,
whipped
Jesus.
cream
Oh
can
my God.
in the back that people
I didn't know about
people
that.
pointed
No
out.
way.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
That's pretty funny.
I love
that he forgot to fucking take out of the movie.
I love when they go to the Indian guy, the British Indian guy,
yeah, yeah.
to try to get because he's got the good stuff, and they come across his like weird, whatever drug it is, opium den.
Oh yeah,
And it's like all these men in here just want to sleep.
Right,
They're
yeah,
just-
yeah.
They bunch of sleepy weepy guys.
The sets in that movie are so sick.
they
yeah,
are sick.
They're
they are
so
sick.
sick.
Tom Hardy is awesome in it.
He's
Yeah.
great. I like
yeah.
Tom Hardy in it a lot.
Here's,
Yeah.
here's one of the cheesiest things for me is whoever played who's the guy that played the old man's like right hand man, the president of the company. You have to give him the password for the
I don't remember
safe.
this.
He's just like a whiny. His performance was super weird.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The Tom Hardy like makes him he shapeshifts to look like this old the president of the company, not the CEO, not the dying dad, but his like right hand man.
I don't remember this.
And they've got him held hostage, and Tom Hardy's pretending, and he's as the old man, and what's his name? Fucking the
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy's like, I don't
the son.
know what the code is to the safe, and he goes, just tell him the code.
Oh, you're saying
give them
you're
what they
saying
want.
you're
His
thinking
performance
of
sucked.
Tom Bergeron.
Yes, Bergeron.
Bergeron. I love Tom Bergeron.
I didn't like him in this.
Spectacular.
Well, it was technically Tom Hardy as Tom Bergeron.
I think that this movie also is first time viewing awesome, but
Yes.
then
it doesn't hold up.
It's just exposition. I remember Ryan saying that as a kid. He's like, every line is like, "This is how the dream works."
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard. I saw someone this morning. He goes, his subconscious has been militarized.
Right.
I also like that this is a military weapon. It's so goofy.
This is actually
anything strange about this bar that we're at? That's because you're dreaming.
It's because it's upside down.
Yeah.
this is the movie that I think of the most with what we were talking about at the beginning, where a movie about dreams should be weirder than this, and Nolan is too clinical and like rigid kind of in his thinking and about things that it's not weird. There's no weirdness to it. There's nothing like genuinely like a dream. It feels like
then it'd be
it's
just
too
so silly. They're just flying all over the place.
But I think like that's a more
You
interesting.
want like a Lynchian Inception.
That's a more interesting movie to me. I mean,
it's pretty literal.
yeah. It's very literal minded, and I think that will be something just like that through the rest of his movies will become a big problem for
we
me.
should make, you know how there's the Nirvana the Man the movie or whatever? We should make a movie called David Lynch's Inception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many more movies are there?
There's just a few. We'll get through them quick.
No, but we got to do that in the bonus episode. So we might as well like tell people, hey, we're going to do the rest in the bonus and give our rankings.
We've got 5 more.
No, I thought we were going to do Digger in the bonus episode.
And our rankings of these, right?
Why would we not just do the rankings? We're doing a Chris Nolan episode on the main page.
Yeah,
Why would
right.
we not
I agree with that.
do
It's just so long.
Yeah. Well, fine. It can be
That's
long.
okay. It
All
can
right.
be long.
All right. Inception.
Inception was awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that
This is where I started to, my opinion of Nolan, I think, started to go the other way.
This is when people started calling him the dumb guy, smart guy.
Right.
Ooh.
Right.
I must have been one of those guys, dumb guy, smart guy.
But
Because I
then-
didn't hear any of that.
Then
I thought everybody loved
we
Inception.
go into Dark Knight Rises.
Oh,
my God. We're all
dude.
so excited.
Yeah.
I know, Bane.
I could talk about this for maybe 10 seconds. I watched that movie once and I went, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
I never really thought about it again.
wear the mask?
God.
Who the fuck is that
I'm
guy?
excited to rewatch it kind of because I was like, this movie, it felt like such a mess. Felt like he didn't want to do it at all.
It's
Terrible performances.
It's a massive. Yeah, I guess.
Marion Cotillard dying famously.
Well, yeah, she's bad. Yeah,
the
she's
world's
really-
worst
she's really
on-screen
bad.
death.
Yes, I know. I agree. That is really bad. The movie is a mess. I have so many fucking problems with it. It was a massive fucking disappointment, and yet I have rewatched it many times. Truly, I do really love Bane. I think Bane
Bane's
is
awesome.
is great, and the sequence.
There's ice in it.
There is ice. And the sequence where Bane breaks Batman's back is a really great sequence. And it's like, I think, up there with some of Nolan's best sequences. But the movie, it's the most like where his logical shit gets in the way because he makes so many illogical jumps like in the movie that like, because you're taking it so literal, he like built he gave himself the rope. He gave himself his own rope to hang himself with. You know what I mean? Because it's like he's like, I'm doing everything for real, and then you're like, okay, well then I'm gonna. You bump up more against stuff that doesn't make sense. Basically, is what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
The nuclear bomb at the end, where it's like you got 60 seconds to get it out of the ocean,
And then it takes fucking 40 minutes of the movie to do
somehow.
that.
Also, yeah, I immediately was out of the whole thing with that FBI guy in the beginning, who like perhaps you're wondering why they would shoot a man. That guy.
Yeah, Aidan Gillen, who's
Dude,
from.
it was so bad.
I like that sequence.
Oh my god, he's
But-
so
I like
awful.
the plane sequence.
but
The plane sequence, the sequence itself is awesome on mute.
But Aidan Gillen is. It's funny, that was the first 6 minutes that they released in IMAX,
Yes.
and then they had like the whole thing because nobody could understand Bane. They like went back and
That's
redid his
interesting, though.
dialogue.
I think that was
Yeah.
kind of he was always doing. No, he wasn't really doing it a lot. But that was the first time where his sound mixing with dialogue started to get like
Commented on.
borderline experimental.
Oh, sure.
Where I was like, it's kind of interesting, and he's kind of continued to do it. Where like in Dunkirk, sometimes people are straight up hard to hear in his movies now, and I think it's kind of cool. But what I noticed with the earlier movies, like Inception and even The Dark Knight and Batman Begins, his like Foley work and sound design quite bad.
Yeah.
Like quite goofy, like just stock. Like yeah, especially in Inception, I was kind of like, what?
No, there's some bad ones.
There's some really bad sound design, but now he's found some like weird organic sound design that is at least a choice.
Well, my theory on this is that he works more and more with IMAX.
Oh yeah,
And the IMAX
yeah.
cameras
So
are really
fucking
loud.
Yeah.
And so I think then on the set, like they have to maybe do a lot of 80. I don't know. And then the mix is just like not right.
Well, now they got the new
but
camera.
They've done something new with Odyssey where they're so I
They
guess
invented a new camera. Yeah.
yeah to make it quiet.
The guy
IMAX
that guy that was Nolan's mentor in IMAX passed away before the Odyssey was finished, and the camera's named after him. And it's like,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
yeah.
cool.
That is cool.
I saw that
IMAX.
guy Kevin. What's his name? The guy that interviews, and he's like,
Who's, like,
he's always
really-
really interested
Yeah,
in people,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like I like his questions.
People love him.
But no, I saw him creep
See the guy
Nolan
with
out. I
glasses?
think.
Oh, really?
He was just like, and yeah, and you know, he's asking these really interpersonal questions. It was about the IMAX thing,
Yeah.
and like Christopher Nolan's pretty close to the chest,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and he's
yeah.
asking about his like dead friend, and Christopher Nolan's trying not to cry, and this guy's clearly doing it for his video, and like,
Right.
I know it's like it is sincere,
Yeah.
but I watched it was him operating the IMAX camera, and Hoyt how do you say his name? Hoyt what?
Ben Hoytima.
Was like kind of enjoying him, but then there was that other guy that we talked about. What's his name? Fuck, the other Patrick something, I think. Another like film YouTuber that's like a cinematographer
Yeah,
camera
okay,
guy.
yeah.
Shaughnessy?
I was wrong before. Patrick Willems is someone else, but there's another guy
okay.
named Patrick something.
Something.
Shaughnessy?
Who you were talking about?
I don't know.
Shaughnessy?
No.
Shaughnessy.
O'Shaughnessy or something like that?
You're talking about Sean Finnessy?
Yeah,
From the
whoops.
big picture?
No.
Yeah.
These are like
Different
more like
person.
YouTube
He's
guys.
talking about
And
Sean Finnessy.
at least from my perception, this kid is operating the camera and trying to talk to Hoyt, and I saw Hoyt visibly annoyed.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was going,
Yeah, I believe it.
and
Yeah.
he's like, oh god, I just thought
Wait,
that was
you have
funny.
to hand crank
Well,
this?
it's that thing now where I think
Actually, they weren't. With
they
this.
have to fucking market movies with like the influencers and shit.
Yeah, they're
and,
getting tired of it.
and
yeah.
I feel like they're just like they know they have to do it, I
Yeah.
guess, but they're like, why do we
Exactly.
have to be here, you know?
yeah,
But
it's funny to watch.
yeah. Okay, next one is
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, right?
No, next one's Interstellar.
Oh, hang on.
God.
I got to pee.
Interstellar.
Everyone's favorite, Interstellar.
I saw this movie in IMAX, as we all did,
Yep.
and I left the movie disappointed.
Me too.
I was like, oh man, that was just like, what the fuck, dude? I remember, I think I was high, but the whole sequence where he's trying to dock
Yeah.
in the claw trying to
Docking.
grab, it just was like, is this a joke? Because it just wouldn't and it just kept going to this dumb little claw trying to grab, and it just kept on. It felt like it was going on forever.
Sure.
That little thing stuck out.
Steve's gonna be mad. I'm well, not mad, but I saw it once and that one time, and I went, I don't like this very much. I felt.
You haven't seen it again?
Mm-mm.
You should.
I saw it in IMAX. I loved it. I've continued to love it. I think it's one of Nolan's best movies. I think
Fully agree.
there's a lot of some maybe goofy expository shit, which is that's his problem basically. That's like one of his main problems.
Who cares?
But I think the emotional core of this movie is stronger than any emotional core in any one of his other movies.
Well said, Steve.
And the performances, I think Matthew McConaughey gives literally one of his best performances in this
Fully
movie.
agree.
And I think actually Nolan's filmmaking, which will maybe come as a shock to people, has become one of my biggest issues with him, is his filmmaking and his like seemingly unwillingness to let scenes just sort of play out without music, and he's just bombarding you with loud music and doing everything in like montage almost, and not just like having a scene that just happens and you like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this movie has a lot of that, and there's moments of a lot of score, and it's one of actually Hans Zimmer's best scores, I would say. It's one of my favorites of his. And there's a lot of score, but he punctures the music and the noise with really great moments of silence and quiet, and it's like a perfect blend of that, and I love it. And I think that the thing that people make fun of, the Anne Hathaway line where she says like love transcends time and space, like maybe love is a something that's quantifiable maybe in a way that we didn't think of before,
yeah,
which
she
is
is
like
pretty corny.
No, but I find
She
that
just generally her
I
performance
find
in
that
this.
really nice now. I think I get why people bump up against it, but I like it, and this is I really love this
Steve,
movie.
go like this.
I'm gonna rewatch it before we talk about the Odyssey, and I'll check in.
You'll like it, I think. It's
maybe, I don't know.
I think it's fucking awesome. It grew on me so much over the years. The devastating effects of time dilation and how it's a mind fuck, and it's a very daring, brave, original story to tell, and he does it, I think, quite masterfully.
It's his only like lyrical movie that I can think of.
He gets. I would say the biggest thing that I could have an issue with, that like, it's very boomery almost, kind of this sort of like love of exploring outer space and stuff like that. And there's a line that I do love. This line, it's very kind of country poetic, where Matthew McConaughey's talking to, I think, not Michael Caine. It's
Casey Affleck.
No.
Timothy Chalamet.
Fucking A, dude, who's also in Third Rock from the Sun. He's gonna play Dumbledore in Harry Potter. In the new one, in the show. You know who I'm talking about?
He was on Third Rock?
Fuck, god damn it.
I was thinking about my own thoughts. My bad.
Sorry, hold on. I gotta look this up.
While you do that,
I
was just realizing that, I mean, it's probably thinly veiled. It's like this movie is very much him being like, oh my God, I didn't even get to watch my kids grow up because I was making The Dark Knight. I was making Batman. Oh, I'm back here. I'm like, okay, fine, I have sympathy. But it does feel a little like, okay, I don't know.
I get what
John
you're saying.
Lithgow is who I was
John
fucking
Lithgow,
talking
that's
about.
right, that's right.
No, I think that's true, but he has that line where he says, there used to be a time like when we used to look up at the stars and wonder about our place in the universe, and now all we can do is look down at the ground and worry about our place in the dirt.
Yeah, that's a great line.
It's a good line, but I think if I really think about it, we probably should be focusing more on like fixing the problems at home rather than like, let's shoot us all off into space. You know what I mean? And like this movie, that's what they're trying to do. And so I don't know. I think, you know what I mean? Like, politically, that's how I think I feel about the situation more. Same. Of like, let's fix the problems here and not focus on space.
Well, I think that's the whole issue, is that they've exhausted every
that's
every
true.
chance.
But
one thing I did not like about this movie, and I still don't like, is the recurring theme about of Michael Caine reciting the poem.
Oh, do not go.
Dude, it's just
rage,
such
rage,
a
rage
fucking eye roll for me. I don't know why.
I kind of like it.
I don't know why.
It's reminding me of how I felt about that movie. I thought it was just kind of schmaltzy.
I think it's because it's such a high school English poem.
Yeah.
That we all had. It'd be like him quoting, I don't know, I don't know what.
Who is it again? What is that poem? Is it Robert
Emerson?
Frost?
Or I don't know. Who fucking cares?
I can't remember.
Some dead guy who didn't rage enough against the dying of the light. I tell you that.
There you go, dude.
He died, dude.
Anyway,
Dunkirk.
And I also didn't. Sorry, I didn't like.
You've been killed. You've gotten the spirit beaten out of you. He's dead over here, dude. He wants this over so fucking bad.
I remember seeing this movie by myself, high on edibles in New York City, scared out of my mind. I was so anxious. I was like, "Oh my God!" I hadn't seen Saving Private Ryan since I was like
Mr.
a teenager.
Planes.
Well, no, it's not that.
You're Mr. Planes.
Are you Mr. Planes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that about you.
Come
I
on,
don't think.
come on.
Anyway, I hadn't seen Saving Private Ryan because I was too scared to rewatch it. Honestly, I was like, I don't think I can handle all of that awful, visceral violence and anguish and human suffering. And I thought that Dunkirk was going to be Christopher Nolan's kind of flavor of that. I thought we were going to get like massive limbs getting shot off and stuff. So the whole movie, I'm just like, oh, surely it's going to happen now. Surely. And I just was completely out of the movie. I don't remember any of the movie except for Harry Styles and the one guy and the other guy's like hiding in the boat.
Yeah.
And I remember the annoying little British kid wanting to go help in his grandfather's boat.
Isn't that Barry Keoghan or Keoghan? Or
I don't know.
And he gets hit in the head and he goes
No, it is
blind.
Keoghan. He clarifies on a podcast. It's Keoghan.
No, I'm saying that's him. I'm not saying that's how you say his name.
And then I do remember Tom Hardy in the dogfight scenes, which was awesome.
And he's going, you don't understand a word he's fucking saying.
I ran out of power. I got to land on the beach now. and then he lands on the beach, that was a really cool shot. I love that.
I saw this movie in Paris with Ryan, and it was in Paris. And it was like the day I got there, and the jet lag hit in the theater. And I remember going the second. This movie has a literal like stopwatch on the soundtrack the whole time.
Yeah.
And the time is like there's
Wait, the whole movie?
Pretty much, dude.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And there's it's obviously again all about time.
Yeah.
But the way he does it in this movie is much more subtle, and they're like overlapping. You're seeing scenes kind of again from a different angle, and it's a very when you're
Jet lagged.
and there's lovebirds absolutely kissing right there, being adorable. This is awesome.
Oh, literal birds.
Yeah, lovebirds. Anyway, so I was like, the second I lost a grip on this movie, I was just like, grasp. I fully fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I remember waking up being like, what was that? What happened? And then years later, maybe not that many, maybe 2 years later, I put it on in a plane on the little screen, and I went, this is his best movie. I was like, this is
wow.
I think that movie's incredible. I was so the plane does do something to you, but once it clicked with me what he was doing, I was like, this is such an elegant approach to what he's always been doing.
Yeah.
And when it's about a real historical event, and it's this like, I don't know, I found it really artful.
What is it that he was doing?
It's just his use of time.
His structure.
The structure
and time stuff. I mean, I agree to it. Like I saw it on IMAX, didn't really like it. My thing is, I like the structuring and things, but I just thought it didn't culminate in like a, I don't know. I felt like it needed to culminate on a more climactic note, I guess, which sounds like a boring note to give or whatever. But and I find sort of the rhythm of the cutting to be off with his movies a lot of times.
That's what I liked about this one. But I know it is like off, but in a kind of a cool way sometimes.
But I had a similar experience where I didn't like it, watched it on a plane, and I was like, I like this more. But I still don't hold it like that high in regard, but I do like it more.
It's got a strange tone.
Very strange.
Very strange.
Yeah.
I wonder how much. Obviously, they had to do it. They were beholden to it, but the tides. I wonder if they intentionally, because sometimes you get super.
You mean like in filming?
Yeah, sometimes you get super low tides.
Yeah,
or if that spot in particular was always just kind of drained out like that.
I'm sure they did. Can I say one quick thing, and I promise we'll move.
Sure.
You talking about the violent stuff in this?
Yeah. Or lack thereof.
Nolan does have this weird thing with violence, and we were just watching this scene on The Dark Knight before we started recording. But let me tell a quick story.
So it'll be 5 minutes.
Blu-rays have like online capabilities, when they and there was a whole thing when I bought my Dark Knight Blu-ray that they were like, oh, sign up or whatever, and you can watch. There'll be a day or night where you watch live along with Christopher Nolan, and he'll be like, and you can comment, and he'll be commenting too, and you can like ask him questions.
That is
while you're watching The Dark Knight on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it, and he's answering questions. People are talking to him. I'm sure it's like he would probably go pee, and someone else would fucking come type the questions for him or answers for him. The Joker scene, Joker gets his head fucking smashed into glass, and Batman's beating him and whatever. I don't think the movie, it's PG-13. I don't think the movie needs to be like super violent. But that scene in that movie did always be like, the Joker should just have like a blood on his head, like a little bit of blood. It doesn't have to be a crazy amount to like be a rated R. But anyway, in 2008 or whatever, I asked the question on the Blu-ray and said, was there ever a cut or something like where you had blood on his head? And he just said, no.
Blood makes
Whoa.
He just typed no, and that was it. And he moved on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Blood makes me sick.
Yeah, I just wonder.
I
It's
get
so
queasy.
weird. Like,
Blood gives me the wiggles.
Blood makes me absolutely wiggly all over.
All right, what's next?
Next we have Tenet, which is an interesting one. Because
dude.
COVID and the
COVID,
rollout, and it got
got
immediately such a bad reputation, and people were just like, "Fuck this stupid movie."
It's too confusing. It's him going way. Shane loves this movie. He
One of my
insists I should
favorites.
watch it again.
Tenet
I
is
should watch it
cool.
again.
Tenet rocks.
Tenet is cool. I was like,
Super tall lady.
dude, watching that shit go backwards, I'm like, all right, yeah. Back to basics.
Well, and here's the thing with this one that I like. Other people have said this, but it's literally Nolan talking or like commenting on himself, because people are saying, like what I was saying, that he's too literal, and sometimes with the literal minded and the expository shit, it actually makes less sense because like he's trying to come at it so seriously and groundedly, if that's a word.
Grounded.
Yeah, grounded. But in the movie Tenet, you know, she literally says like, "Don't think about it, just feel it," and it's almost like Nolan being like, "Look, I get it. You guys are always picking apart my concepts. This is gonna fuck you up, so like just don't think about it too hard and just like kind of go with the flow of it."
Oh, maybe.
And I feel like, to me, I like this one a lot because it is so fucking dumb and kind of like the apotheosis of Nolan's whole thing in a lot of ways, that it's just the dumbest but coolest version of like all the shit that he's been kind of leading up to this point in a way. And you're just like, and I'm just like, whatever, this doesn't make sense, but I'm having dumb guy fun with it. It does make sense, but it's
There's
like
that part where they do the heist like backwards
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
have to plan it in the truck.
Yeah.
I was like,
that scene is
when
sick.
that clicks,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is in the planning that they did. You start to understand what they, and you're
Sure.
like, we're like, this is pretty insane. It's his closest to a James Bond movie for sure.
Totally.
I need to rewatch it, and I think I need to watch like a
Explainer.
There've been guys who, it's like a meme of this. There's this one guy who perfectly explains it in the form of a PowerPoint presentation to his girlfriend or
that's
something
funny.
like that.
Yeah, I saw this in the theater.
yeah, I didn't go.
During COVID, I wore a mask and I bought 2 seats so nobody could sit next
I
to
bet
me.
you also took the jab too.
yeah, I did.
I lied and said I had a pre-existing condition to get that jab first.
Nice.
Nobody was signing up. I was like,
Anyway.
fuck
Funny.
that. I'm just going to do it.
Anyway, yeah, Tenet's sick. John David Washington is great, and this was maybe not the first, but really good and dope Robert Pattinson
Yeah.
performance.
He's so
I
Like,
love
just
Robert
cool.
Pattinson.
And this one I find kind of moving too, because it's just like about your boys. It's about being homies with your boys, you know?
Yeah, and your wife's dead, and you're just
Yeah,
hanging out with your
yeah, you're just hanging out
beautiful
with
boys.
with your boys,
Your
yeah.
boys are all beautiful, and you're messing around with time, and you're like,
Yeah.
I hope we get more time together. And,
Yeah,
You know that
yeah.
blonde woman is like
and
6'3",
and his wife is, yeah.
She big time tall.
She's big, tall. She's
Yeah,
alien.
I remember really liking the final moment of this movie. What was it? They like say goodbye.
No,
They're like,
and Robert Pattinson has a really I'm gonna not say the line right, but he's like because there's a line that they say throughout the movie called like whatever happens happens, and Robert Pattinson goes, it's not that phrase is not like a fatalistic he says it way better than I'm saying it, but he
but
says
they're like never gonna see each other again potentially.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or they'll see each other again, but it'll be like
Backwards.
Yes,
backwards,
yes.
and like Robert Pattinson will technically be dead.
Yes.
But-
Yes.
Then John David Washington will get to live all of the missions that Robert Pattinson already lived
that's
together.
cool. That's
It's fucking
so
sick.
dumb. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love.
I feel like I'm frequently contradicting myself with him. Where I choose, I'm like, no, that one's cool.
No, but
Like-
it is some of them. Tenet just kind of clicks and it works and it's cool and it's like really exciting to watch.
Didn't
but
Robert Pattinson say he had no clue what was
Yeah,
going on?
I'm
He's just
sure.
like, I just
I'm
showed
sure.
up and I
Yeah.
did the lines.
Yeah.
I think if you can give a knock against the movie is that there's a lot of times where, especially in that final battle, where it's like, whose side are any of these guys on? And it's kind of like very unclear. And that you could maybe like say that's part of the point because it's like, but it's like, who are Robert Pattinson's guys and who are what's his face? His guys. What's his name? The actor. The British guy, and he's doing a Russian accent in this. Come on, you
cares?
guys.
Dude, I don't
cares?
remember. I watched it
Come
during
on.
COVID in bed. I forgot.
He directs Kenneth Branagh.
Oh yeah, of course.
Christ.
Love him.
And it's like you don't know whose guys are whose guys, and it gets a little like you're just kind of going, you're not like sure what the fuck is happening. But
Perhaps he's wondering why a man would go backwards.
watching
when
a
he could
building
go
explode and then rebuild itself in a single moment is awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the
Anyway,
next one?
Oppenheimer.
And then it's Oppenheimer,
What a disappointment.
one of my least favorite Nolan movies.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like watching a bad Terrence Malick movie or something. Like,
Yes.
Like I was just again way too close up, and I was just like, this is not working for me. It was like that meme you saw when people were filming Oppenheimer. His face,
yeah,
he looked
yeah,
like the
yeah.
Chad meme or something. He's got like a full square head.
yeah.
No, I just was like, this. I don't believe this like emotionally at all. And
No.
by the way, what's the subtext? You think because you made superhero movies popular, you made the bomb?
Right.
No, I'm
He's-
just kidding. I'm just like,
Well-
I'm always trying to find the personal in a little
But
bit.
that's like the most interesting aspect to me is that he's like, what have I done?
If
by,
that,
you know,
if
it's like,
that's what it, we
Right,
don't
right.
know.
God,
that
you
that's
guys
what
are
it is.
thinking too hard about his
I'm not
like,
thinking hard. That just happened.
yeah,
I
it
gotta
just
make a
yeah.
movie
It
about
just
a bomb.
happened.
Yeah.
It just happened in my head.
Yeah.
As a
Oppenheimer.
joke mostly. But
I remember
anyway,
seeing the billboard. They had a digital countdown billboard.
Yeah.
In Culver City, 10 months before the movie came out.
Yeah.
my problem with that was his relationship with Florence Pugh and the way that the women are portrayed in this movie. I was like,
That's right, Dylan.
This
You
is-
say it.
I
You
know
said
it's
it.
real. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, and her like topless scene in like this
Yeah.
movie. I was like, this feels
And she's reading the
Christopher Nolan gay.
yeah. Oh, that's right. This is your that's right. This is your take.
No, no,
I
I'm
forgot
just
that this
kidding.
is your
You
take.
think
I'm
he's
just
gay?
like, I know I don't. I'm just like, what is this? Like,
Well, he's never sexual. His movies are so sexless that the sex stuff in Oppenheimer is kind of shocking. And I agree with you kind of like with his relationship to women. But at the same time, I think like that's the most interesting stuff in the movie because I'm like, well, at least this is something. Like this is something new and weird kind of. You know what I mean?
I-
Like,
it feels like
I-
a failure.
yeah.
That scene.
I
to me.
think that he does that for all the boys out there because he's like, I know that a lot of young boys are going to be watching my movies with their parents, and I don't want to make it awkward for any of them. If we're going into
oh,
the
you mean
like,
with the no sex? But there's
Yeah.
weird
There's
sex
boobs.
in.
no, I know
Oppenheimer?
in Oppenheimer because all his fans are grown up.
I see.
I don't think he's thinking like
I don't-
that.
yeah, I
I think
don't
he's
think he
dealing
thinks
with
like that,
he's dealing with a real guy, and those are the scenes where he's like, oh God, I guess I have to do that. I just
Yeah.
wanted to hang out with his boys.
But those
Build a bomb
True,
together.
build
Build a
bombs
bomb with
all
his boys.
His boys. Well, the most like romantic relationship in that movie is Cillian Murphy and
The bomb.
David Krumholtz.
Oh,
You know?
Krumholtz is
They have
great.
the most like kind of whatever. But yeah, again, my biggest problem with this movie too is like the way that it's edited and and I'm glad you brought up Malick because Malick's I remember when Tree of Life was coming out, there was like a featurette that came out that was Christopher Nolan and David Fincher for some reason talking about Malick.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Christopher Nolan was like, I think it's very clear that I've been influenced by Malick. And it was the first time I'd ever really thought that. And I actually do think that's true. But the thing is Malick, whether you hate him or love him, I mean, I don't always love everything that he does, but is at least like a poet. And he's thinking about things in like emotionally and like poetically.
Metaphysically.
And so like the way that he cuts his movies and the way that they flow and kind of like don't have a normal structure and like scene progression works because there's poetry and like spirituality.
But it's also
in the
exactly.
images.
It's not just in the images. It's the idea to do that.
Yeah.
In the Tree of Life is very much how you remember your life.
Yes.
You remember it in glimpses.
Yeah. Mhm.
There's this the point of view is like sometimes switches to like God's point of view or like
Right.
or like a dog's point of view. It can feel like, and I'm like, he's doing this. It's been a while, but summarization of like all of life and this feeling
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
the fleetingness of it all and
Right.
the beauty and the. I don't really understand why that is imposed on Oppenheimer.
and he's like I was saying, I think he's like too clinical and too
Yeah.
rigid. So his flowy whateverness and the motion of the cutting and the
Feels
editing and
forced.
stuff doesn't work for me.
At least me, yeah, me
and
neither.
and it leaves me just totally cold and totally like emotionally uninvolved.
I mean, he
And-
definitely is doing a similar thing because I said, why would he do that for this?
Yeah.
I do think it's like, okay, I'm doing a biopic, so it's like
Yeah.
a life remembered and like how, it's all kind
and
of
he's
blending
showing
together.
you the atom and showing like when there's that whole scene where it's like he hears the music and he's in Oppenheimer and it's like
yeah.
he
And
sees
aren't you, like,
he
seeing
sees
equations on
science
the
and
walls and
equations
shit? I'm like,
yeah shit like
Oh
that.
my God. It felt like kind of like a parody.
I it's funny because I think like it's obviously the one that he finally got like recognized for by the
That always
Academy and all
happens,
this
yeah.
stuff, and it's like it's just the one that I absolutely respond to the least. I mean, I really find it frustrating.
I'm also going to watch it again if I have time. I'm just,
Should we rank them now?
sure
We're at an hour 40.
Jesus.
I think
Hell
I'll
yeah,
I'll
brother.
go first. Why not?
sure go for it.
Coming in at number 5 for me, The Prestige.
Oh, you're just going 5.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
We'll do all of them.
Okay, we
then we'll
can-
do 5.
yeah.
I'm doing my top 5 in my in the others that I liked and the others just I didn't even mention. Number 5, The Prestige. Number 4, Batman Begin.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Number 2, Inception.
Okay.
And number 1, Interstellar.
Nice.
Honorable mentions: Memento, Dark Knight Rises, Dunkirk, Tenet, Oppenheimer.
All the other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the other ones.
You wanna
Steven?
go? I can go.
I'll go. At the very bottom, so where I'm doing all of his movies, I had Dark Knight Rises, and then I can't really claim to have seen Insomnia, but I put that just above that. Following just above that, Oppenheimer. Then we got Memento. Then we got Tenet. Inception dropped down significantly in the past day.
Mm-hmm.
Then above Inception, we got Batman Begins. And now for my top 4, even though I said I didn't love it, I think it's also I'm responding to how much other people love it. I'm like, I need to see it again. I have Interstellar at number 4, The Prestige at number 3, Dark Knight at number 2, and Dunkirk at number 1.
Wow.
Wow.
Maybe mine's fucked up. I don't know. Anyway,
That's how I felt.
Like some of these I feel good about,
It's
but
been a minute.
okay. So I have Following at number 12, and maybe just I've only seen it once, and it just doesn't have that big of an impression on me. I have Insomnia at 11, then Oppenheimer, then Dunkirk, I think for me, but maybe I don't know. And then honestly, I have The Dark Knight Rises and then Inception. I could probably flip those just because I like enjoy watching The Dark Knight Rises more than I enjoy watching Inception. But like I'm also trying to be like, okay, well, I recognize that Inception might be a more like perfect big, quote unquote movie. And then Batman Begins. Let's see, Batman Begins is at 6, I think. And then so my top 5 are Tenet's number 5, 4 is Memento, The Prestige is 3. I think Interstellar is 2, and then The Dark Knight is number 1.
That's good.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, in the bonus, we're going to be talking about the Digger trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And also just genuinely hanging out.
I guess,
Generally.
yeah.
All right, folks. Patreon.com/Cinemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us
Yes.
know in the comments what your top 5 Nolan movies are.
Yeah, and hopefully you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next week for The Odyssey.
hey.
More Nolan.
Hey, we'll see you at the movies.
Yeah.
See you at the movie.